Hey Homo sapiens and Marbites, it's me, Rogue Marby Scott. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back any new watchers or subscribers. I am Rogue Marby Scott. So today I am going to be creating some bruising on my face just because I want to show you guys how to easily create bruising on your face if you're going to do like a zombie look or a look where you need bruising. However, the whole premise of this video has come from me being inspired by a influencer. I would like to say she's an influencer from Tiana Ellen, and she created a really nice mix and blend of an eye look basically, and she called it Survivor. And let me just scroll onto my phone. So she posted it up on her Instagram, and it's basically a mix of pink, purple and blue and black, and it kind of incorporates domestic violence, it incorporates breast cancer and mental health. It told its own story to me, and I was just like, this is a really nice blend of colors and a nice match of colors. So you know what, I want to recreate this. Then obviously I read the description afterwards and just like, oh, this is what it's about. Awkward, kind of. But I'm going to create some bruising just for the purposes of, you know, doing zombie looks, or if you're in TV and film and you want to create a look for being bruised, being beaten up, domestic violence, what have you not, this is the way to go. So we're just going to go in and go in, yeah, okay, in a minute, in a second. So before I start this look, I am going to apply some makeup onto my face just to even out my complexion. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I've just put that on, and now I'm gonna go and put some foundation on as well. Foundation of choice today is NYX, and I'm just going to pump that and just put that over my beard area just because it's a little dark at the moment. I did shave today, but the shaver that I used today was an electric one, so I feel like electric shavers don't catch the hair as much as a razor does, so yeah. Now I'm just gonna lightly, not bake, but set my foundation and concealer with some translucent powder, just because it is a little bit shiny than I want it to be, because I want the bruising to appear more shinier than my skin, and the bruises are naturally shinier than your natural skin, no matter how much you mattify them. So just going to lightly dab that, and I'm not baking today because this is not a beauty look. It's we want to create a bruise. This is not a look at all. I mean, not unless you like having bruises and all of that, but whatever. So we're just dusting this off, and this is pretty much like how I would do my makeup on a daily basis if I'm going out, because I don't like to feel like I'm wearing makeup, and I don't like people to be like, oh, you're wearing makeup today, especially if it's just like an everyday thing like going to work or whatever. Like, I just want people to be like, oh, you look really good, like better than normal. And then when you're not wearing the foundation and concealer, people are like, oh my gosh, you look sick. So we're gonna go in with our Marron Bruise palette, and you can get this online or in stores depending on where you are. And I think I'm going to go in with the red first, and we're going to create a bruised eye, and we might create a bruise on our cheek over here somewhere. We're just going to look beat up, yeah? So going in with a brush, because today I don't really want to use my fingers. We're just going to go in lightly and just create a bruise. The blue, that's hair, and we're just going to go in on the outer corners, the outer edges, should I say, just to create a definition and realism of the look. Now, in terms of doing bruising on the orbital bone with dark skin, sometimes it can look a lot more dramatic than if you're doing it on lighter skin. But I've just wiped off my brush and I am now blending in that red with the blue purple, because we want that blue purple to look as if that bruise has been there for a few days and it's just battered, basically. Place some there and place some here. See, I'm being specific to the areas that where I'm doing it. And when you're doing bruising, make sure that you're using a reference picture as well, if you're not too familiar with bruising. Then I'm just going back in with that red to go over some of that blue, just to lighten it but give it that same bruised effect. Then we're going to go in with the red and we're just going to go over our eyelid, just because we want some swelling, some redness over there as well. I'm just going to wipe that off because I've got a bit too much there, but that's okay because we want this inner corner to look very, I don't know, just bruised, yeah? We want to look like we were punched in the face. Now, I was going to go in with a stippling sponge, but because I couldn't find one right now, I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and just blend some of those edges in, just so they're not so harsh. So I'm going to go on with my cheek now, and we're going to create another bruise over here. And the first colour that we're going to use is yellow. Now I'm using yellow just because I have a yellow undertone, and yellow is also in bruises, so this is more of like an aged, more apparent bruise, I suppose. Like, this bruise happened before this one, should I say? I don't know. So we've placed the yellow there, and we're going to place some red around it, and then we'll go in with some blue around it as well. just to keep this video quite short, I decided, you know, just to mute it and speed it up a little bit and let you see the whole process on what I'm doing. So basically it's exactly the same process on what I did on my left eye. However, I'm using yellow to make this bruise look older and like it's healing, rather than on the other side where it's kind of more fresher than the other bruise. So I'm going to stop talking now so that you can actually see what I'm doing. And should you have any further questions after watching this tutorial, just let me know in the comments down below and I will be more than happy to accommodate you and answer those questions. I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just kind of wipe and blend everything off of my nose and into my skin so that it kind of blends in seamlessly as a gradation of a bruise. And that's how I would do bruising, guys, and yes, we're going to go on to scarring next. See you in the next video. Bye. Rogue Marby